Well, hello everyone. How is it going? I am Adam. Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. Mantle, Maze, and Aaron breaking the vintage card budget. Even Musial can get pretty expensive for some of his cards. Well, I tell you what, I am floored, as you can tell, by just how reasonably priced some of Johnny Mize's cards are relative to his contribution to baseball. So in this video, I would like to make the case for Johnny Mize, and I would like to show my Johnny Mize cards. I've got 4 of them I've had for a while, and one that I just got in the mail recently that I have not shown yet that is an absolute stunner, totally a-Mize-ing. By the way, some of you might be wondering, where's the humor? Because I have attempted humor a fair amount in my videos in the past. I say attempted because who knows how often I was successful. Well, here's the deal. I was mugged recently by 6 dwarves, it turns out. Not happy. All right, well, let me turn this camera around. So what you are looking at now is the first Bowman color set and the Johnny Mize card from that set. The Big Cat Johnny Mize in an SGC 5. I think these 49 Bowman are so elegant. The size, the single color background, I just really love these cards. Now, Mize comes with and without his name on the front, so I would not mind at some point picking up the version with his name on front as well. Mize played for the Cardinals from 1936 to 1941, played for the New York Giants from 1942 to 1949, minus missing 3 prime years that he spent in military service during World War II that cost him the 1943 through 1945 seasons. And then finally, he played his twilight years with the Yankees from 1949 to 1953. So here's something Mize has going for him right off the bat. Talk about playing for 3 storied franchises. He played a decent amount of time for the Cardinals, and then for the New York Giants, and then for the New York Yankees, plus spent 3 years in military service during World War II. All right, let's display another Mize card now. This is the 1952 Topps Johnny Mize in a tremendous 3. I mean, really, this card has absolutely insane eye appeal for the grade. By the way, this is as good as the registration gets. The picture was fuzzy to begin with, so this is really nice registration as well. And notice, it looks like Mize has 3 bats there, or maybe 4 bats, depending. And I'm pointing that out. Not only do I think this is just a really cool looking card, notice there's his nickname. The Big Cat has smashed more home runs and hits than any other active player in baseball today. Well, there's a reason to consider Johnny Mize. But I'm pointing out those bats because not only do I think it looks super cool, the big slugger with a load of bats there, and then you've got the Yankee facade in the background. I just think this is, such a cool image. But I'm pointing out those bats because Mize was a bat connoisseur. From the Society for American Baseball Research, few, if any, hitters have combined meticulous bat control with brute power the way Mize did in 1947, back when the New York Giants carried 2 trunks of bats when they hit the road. One trunk was for Johnny Mize, and the other was for the rest of the team. So yes, Mize had plenty of bats, and he knew how to use every one of them. This was his arsenal, his black bag, and throughout a 15-year Hall of Fame baseball career, the Georgian used his tools with the precision of a surgeon and the stylistic beauty of an artist. Built like a slugger, 6 foot 2 inches, 215 pounds in his prime, Mize was a line drive hitter who could hit for distance to all fields, and generally for high average, especially earlier in his career. Nobody had a better, smoother, easier swing than John, said Don Guteridge, who roomed with Mize on the Cardinals. It was picture perfect. Johnny Mize obtained the name the Big Cat because of his poise at bat and his ease in the field. Here is a quote from Mize's Cardinals teammate Stan Musial. "Did you ever see a pitcher knock him down at the plate? Remember how Mize reacted when brushed back? He just leaned back on his left foot." He was a left-handed batter, although he threw right-handed. So he just leaned back on his left foot, bend his body back, and let the pitch go by. Then he'd lean back into the batter's box and resume his stance, as graceful as a big cat. End of Musial quote. Okay, I thought, well, now I should display some card that shows him, I guess, kind of looking like a big cat. But of course, that's not really how he looked. That's, he was big, so that's how he looked, big. Doesn't he look big here? I mean, of course, this is showing pretty much just his head, but he was a big guy. It was the grace with which he played, the ease with which he played, that earned him the nickname the Big Cat. The 48-49 Leaf in an SGC4. I absolutely love this card. Again, somewhat like the 49 Bowman, it's a simple design, but wow, that huge nameplate, the bold colors, I just absolutely love this set. Super stoked to have this card. Let's make sure that's in the field of view. There we go. BaseballReference.com shows Johnny Mize's appearances on leaderboards. The numbers are just staggering. However, we will never know how much more amazing, or a-Mize-ing, his career numbers would have been had his career not been interrupted by 3 years in the Navy during World War II. But allow me to quickly summarize just some of the Big Cat's leaderboard rankings during his National League days. So for WAR, wins above replacement, 1 year Mize came in 6th, 1 year he came in 4th, 3 years he came in 3rd, 2 years he came in 2nd, and 2 years he came in 1st. I mean, just think about that alone. That is really, truly a-Mize-ing. For batting average, there was 1 year Mize came in 8th, 3 years he came in 5th, 2 years he came in 2nd, and 1 year he came in 1st. His career batting average is 312. For slugging percentage, there were 2 years Mize came in 3rd, 3 years he came in 2nd, and 4 years he came in 1st. I mean, again, these are some of the reasons why I just think that, Mize cards, if you get them for a good price, are just a fantastic buy. But again, everybody should, of course, collect what they like. For OPS, on-base plus slugging, there were 4 years Mize came in 3rd, 2 years he came in 2nd, and 3 years he came in 1st. For home runs, there was 1 year Mize came in 5th, 1 year he came in 4th, 1 year he came in 3rd, 2 years he came in 2nd, and 4 years he came in 1st. What about RBI? There was 1 year Mize came in 5th, 3 years he came in 3rd, 1 year he came in 2nd, and 3 years he came in 1st. I mean, this is just a-Mize-ing. How about one more? Intentional walks. There was 1 year Mize came in 7th, 1 year he came in 6th, 1 year he came in 5th, 1 year he came in 4th, 2 years he came in 2nd, and 3 years he came in 1st on intentional walks. Totally a-Mize-ing. The Big Cat is the only player in the history of baseball to hit 50 or more home runs in a season while striking out less than 50 times. This was in 1947. Mize hit 51 home runs with only 42 strikeouts. I mean, that is just a-Mize-ing. During the twilight of his career, he was a solid contributor to the Yankees' 5 World Championships from 1949 through 1953. At some point, his, he was never really fast to begin with as far as running. And so by the time he was on the Yankees, he got to the point where he was used primarily as a pinch hitter. His arm was not what it used to be. His speed, which was never that great to begin with, was not what it used to be. And however, he was still an awesome slugger that could contribute in a big way and at key moments for sure. For example, he won the Babe Ruth Award for the 1952 World Series, which is a precursor to the World Series MVP Award. He hit a batting average in that series of 400 to include 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. He was robbed of a 4th home run by Dodger right fielder Carl Furillo, who made a leaping catch above the fence in the 11th inning of Game 5 to preserve a win for the Dodgers. So let's look now at the back of his 53 Topps card. And notice it tells us about that 52 World Series. The Big Cat was the leading hitter in the 52 World Series. He got 6 hits in 15 trips for a 400 average, and 3 of the hits were home runs. This card is so sharp, so clean. It's from the Lionel Carter collection. He was known for putting together a collection of really outstanding cards in terms of condition. This was prior to the advent of grading when he put his collection together. So really stoked to have this one. And I love 53 Topps. All right, so I've made the case for Johnny Mize. I mean, there's more that could be said. I don't want to make this super long. Of course, you can do your own due diligence and decide if Mize is right for you, but let me show you my new Mize card, which is totally amazing. But before I do, let me just say, I had thought that I didn't care so much for black and white cards or sepia cards, which are kind of the reddish, brownish tones, monochrome cards. But I've realized when I was a kid, a lot of the pictures we had were black and white. And so there's a nostalgia there. So I still really like cards where the color just pops. But there's a nostalgic impact for me. I'm old enough, I must confess, where there's a nostalgic impact for black and white or monochrome cards, which usually come in the sepia, which is kind of reddish or brownish tones. Without further ado, now some consider this Mize's rookie card. He has earlier cards, but I guess maybe they consider this to be his rookie card because it's maybe his first issue that was more widely available. The 48 Bowman Johnny Mize in an excellent 5. Is this one of the nicest 5s you've ever seen or what? I mean, this card is so outstanding. Let me show you the back. This card is just, it is so clean and so nice that, it may be a 5. Well, it is a 5, right? I mean, it's in a 5 holder. There it is. So it's a 5. An exceptional 5. But I tell you what, I actually think this card could hold its own. Put it up against any 8. I really believe this card could hold its own in terms of eye appeal. So I'm super stoked to have that card. By the way, it looks very much like the 49. The photos, I think, are a little bit different, but probably from the same photo shoot. All right, now I've got, believe it or not, 2 more Mize cards coming. And I think you'll be surprised. They're really cool cards. So I'll show those, of course, in a future video. Super cool cards. So dare I say, totally amazing. All right, I guess I've used that one a few times. Thank you for sharing in my joy. I'm going to go ahead and do extended play on the Christmas tree lamp because it goes through a queue of songs, and you probably have not heard the later songs. So if you want to stick around for that, I'll leave it on for a while. And of course, obviously, if you don't, I am nonetheless very appreciative that you stopped by the Vintage Sanctuary and shared in my joy. So thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my friends.